What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Randy here with RTS Mobile Gaming, bringing you an absolutely amazing video today. We are playing the Lord of the Rings Rise to War, and in today's video we are doing a feature on CC Master with Rise. This is his Mega Gorbag. We're going to be taking a look at the build he's running and seeing how effectively he completely massacred and dominated the 300 power tile in the face. Okay, so feel free to drop down into the description and join the Forge Discord today. I think we got about 6,800 players in there with a bunch of commander guides and troop information, so check that out. And give me that like and sub, baby. Here we go. First things first, again, shout out to CC Master for letting me tour his amazing Gorbag here. Here we go. All right. Gorbag, as you can see here, absolutely geared to the teeth. It's probably going to be almost impossible to find a better geared Gorbag maybe anytime in the rest of the universe here, but here we go. This particular Gorbag has a 5-star 4 refinement Glaive of Minas Morgul, which is going to give +3 attack to the orcs, okay? It's also going to give +21 defense, and then further modified by the commander's focus stat. We will be taking a look on how that's calculated in just a few here, how that actually calcs out with 253 focus. All right, for the chest piece, a whole lot more defense, and now we have another 37 defense to orcs. Okay, for the helmet, another 15 defense to orcs and some bonus damage for the first 2 rounds. Super duper strong. And then we have the Orthancs Devilry here, which is going to give the pursuit buff as well as a bunch more focus. Okay, so a strong 30% chance to trigger his unit's max damage with pursuit. All right. Unit-wise, he is running 6,000 Morgul Arbalests with the +3 attack on the glaive. You are going to see a total of 12 to 19 damage range with the double strike ability and the poison application. Okay, the defense just on the gear alone is +52, and we'll see where this ends up after the focus scales on the weapon. Okay. And then we have, of course, a few Crushers in here to give the defense debuff and provide a little bit of a tanky shield for the Arbalests, okay? And funny enough, they actually have, even though they don't do double strike, they have a higher damage range, okay? Skill-wise, we've got the R5 tree maxed out, well, at 23 out of 29. You got 15 out of 15 for the damage and anti-madness. We have 1 point in the madness debuff on the enemy. And then we have Enrage, which is on a 3-round cooldown. Give all of your units a massive damage bonus, okay? We've also got 22 out of 29 into the Gray Leader tree, which is going to give you that 29% reduced damage received by your orcs and 14 speed, all right? We have an additional 22 points into the Old Orc tree, which is going to get you a bunch of focus and then a significant heal nuke on a 2-round cooldown. And lastly, you may not be a high enough respect level to go into this tree. If you're not, I would prioritize the Interrogator tree last. Don't put points and max out your Interrogator unless you're high enough respect level. So here we have a few points in Interrogator as well as in the Restraint to give him a chance to stun 2 enemies in round 4 and round 8. As well as the Interrogator debuff for rounds for some of the other rounds. Okay, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready to rock and roll. This is going to be absolutely fantastic. Here we go. Here it is. All right. Oh, I didn't even look at the numbers. Oh yeah. Who are we fighting? I don't know. We're fighting a level 300 power tile. It's got a Faramir in here with a pretty stacked up build. He's got a lot of damage output from Guide. Got Armed Escort. We've got the Air. We've got Nobility. So his units are going to be dealing, in the first 2 rounds, they are going to be dealing 66% bonus damage. And they'll be anti-stun. So, very, very strong Faramir here. Very strong. I can see a lot of damage coming from Faramir. As far as how this actually played out, a little bit less damage than I thought, and that's probably primarily because his units are all dealing physical damage, and Gorbag, as you saw, plus 52 defense is pretty insane. So with that level of defense, you're probably getting pretty high up there in the damage mitigation, right? So let's see, what is that mitigation? Let's take a look. Oops, I clicked the wrong button. Oh my god, I keep clicking the wrong. 108, 5. So we're up in the 70% damage mitigation here. We're somewhere around 68 to 72% damage mitigation from the physical. Very nice. And then what we have is mostly physical damage. So even though they're getting a 66% damage bonus for the first 2 rounds, what are they really hitting, right? Plus Gorbag's inherent 29% damage reduction from his Respect 3 tree is really going to help complement that defense. So here we go. Here in round 1, folks. Pew pew. Faramir coming in hot and heavy with Rangers of Ithilien, which is going to give his units initiative next round. Okay. The Arbalests coming in hot and heavy with a double strike here on the Swan Knights for about 20,000 damage, plus the poison for another 7,000 or so. So about 27,000 damage from the Arbalests here in round 1. Not too shabby. The Crushers coming in, applying a defense debuff. Now going into the next round, we should see a good bit more damage output from the Arbalests, even though they're getting punched by the Sharpshooters. Okay. And yeah, the Sharpshooters, by the way, I didn't even talk about them. The 3,000 Sharpshooters are going to gain an additional 40% damage for the first 2 rounds. So you're going to be somewhere in the 85, you'll be at about 107% damage bonus for your Sharpshooters for the first 2 rounds with Faramir. So it is a pretty strong combination. The devs did a good job putting together this 300 power tile. Okay. Here in round 2, we're going to see a little bit higher defense on the Swan Knights, although Faramir is going to counteract that 18 defense debuff with a 14 defense bonus. Here's the initiative coming in. So these units are really doing a great job with their high defense and Gorbag's minus 29% damage received ability. They're doing a great job mitigating the physical damage received. Absolutely phenomenal. 803 damage from Faramir from the armed escort. Nice to see that. Okay. The Arbalests coming in. There's a few less Arbalests here, so the damage is a little bit lower. But we're still up in the 25k damage range for the combined damage. So I'd say we're up in the 52 to 53,000 damage range over 2 rounds. And the nice thing about the Gorbag build is he's going to sustain that damage throughout. Here's the heal nuke for 13,580. Absolutely phenomenal amount of healing there based on his focus. I love that. Here's Enrage. We should see some good damage here. We have Enrage popping up. We have Interrogator. I don't think anybody is Madnessed right now. Anybody's Madnessed or stunned. But these guys are going to have their damage bonus. So here's the Morgul Arbalest with that 60% damage bonus, guys. This is so nice. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at this. So what are we at? 28, 30, 37, 38,000 damage right there in round 3. Very nice. So now we're up in the 85 to 90,000 damage range, right, for the first 3 rounds. So I'm just thinking out loud. I'm just trying to think. So they lost 12% damage from a Warcry, and then they gained 60% damage from Enrage. So you're at a 45% damage increase, which makes sense. What I'm trying to think in my head is, would it make sense to switch out Warcry for Discord? Just depends on the order of the attack. I'm just thinking, is there a way that we can activate Interrogator to combine CC Master? If you're watching this, is there a way, we got to play with this, is there a way that we can get, based on your unit speed, is there a way that we can get the Morgul Arbalest to attack before the other units? And it looks like you do attack before the Guard of the Towers and the Sharpshooters. So the question is there a way, maybe we put Discord on the helmet and then they remain afflicted by madness until they perform their attack in round 3. So maybe you can combine the damage bonus from Enrage with the damage bonus from Interrogator for another 53% damage bonus if we run Discord on the helmet. That will give you an overall higher damage output than the 12% in the first 2 rounds. I'm just thinking out loud. If we can find a way to make those match up, that would be absolutely phenomenal, okay? But I mean, look, guys, you get the picture here. I don't need to go through the whole thing. You've seen the damage. We're up around 87 to 90,000 damage plus or minus for the first 3 rounds. Nice healing nuke in there for 13,000. And really, overall, a very, very tanky build against a commander that is running some very high damage range units. So the range units, like I said, 107% bonus damage for the first 2 rounds with Faramir. Massive, massive damage output that the Gorbag build here is able to counter. So thanks for watching, ladies and gents. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. Shout out again for CC Master for letting me tour his Gorbag. Love you long time. Randy out.